Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Detroit Lions.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in Week 2. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gibson here running out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returnable for Lockett. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former 7th-round pick from FIU. At quarterback, it's Alex Magoo. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd and 7, Newton flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's a give to Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chris Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So now here's the former Lion, Matt Prater, on for the field goal. Prater's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chat.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. On 2nd and 10, Jones. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give to Gibson running right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run the toss now with Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Magoo back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown! Bo Scarborough, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the draw, it's Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be a 2nd down. to throw. Jones. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment, but first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. Some good games starting in the early window on Sunday, and one of the big ones features the New England Patriots as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. Then in the 4 Eastern window, it'll be a later than usual start in Cincinnati, where it'll be the Bengals taking on the New York Jets. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Lockett the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Tyler Lockett. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles? Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Marshall. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Off play action, Jones. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. fielded at the 20. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They try again with Scarborough. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. This is Scarborough. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Scarborough. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Now we've got whistles and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
To throw is Magoo. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Kelsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Lions get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add up.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A handoff for Gibson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now Jones on first down. A gain of 6 there on first. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on and maybe try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gibson again. Oh, nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Chris Jones, his 2nd sack of the night. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Harris with a pick. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. 2nd down and 5.
It's Scarborough again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Here's Johnny Hecker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and Diggs has it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
For Marshall, that's complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
This is fielded at the 7. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And Detroit getting set to go now. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his receiver, Cooper. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Magoo. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Magoo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Magoo looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Detroit, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys.